Apps4 Wholesalers is an event that's really been stewing away in the back of my mind for probably a year or two now. I've been in and around the technology space in Australia, primarily around the wholesale stock distribution technology, for about 20 years. Firstly, we do a lot of consulting to wholesale stock distribution businesses who are looking at changing their accounting system or their ERP system, or looking to find some extra technologies to make them more efficient. And an event seemed a logical way to scale what we do. The second point was, I've seen events work very successfully in other industries. The likes of aged care, accounting and bookkeeping, there's lots of events for these sort of people. And when you look at the wholesale and manufacturing distribution type businesses, most of the events they go to are where they're the exhibitors. There's very few events where they're actually the delegates going along to learn about their industry and those sorts of things. The third one was also, I do a lot of work with the exhibitors. I come from particularly a technology background, working in with these sort of wholesale stock distribution businesses. So I do a little bit of consulting into that space. And they all had a common problem. How do we get in front of and meet with people who are genuinely interested in what we're doing, and how do we showcase what we do? But the thing that really prompted me to act is the most common product used by wholesale distribution businesses in Australia in the larger small to medium space is a product called MYOB AccountWrite Desktop, or Classic, or all the various names that are given to it. And MYOB have officially announced that that's an end-of-life product, and they're basically going to cease support in September this year. So that's led to an influx in our consulting business around what do we do, and really it was us looking at, well, how do we deal with this influx, as I said before, that really led to, well, the event being done. And then why now? Because now's the time. Now's when people are actually interested in knowing what's going on in the industry. If I was to define the target audience, I'd say that they're growing or larger small to medium businesses who focus on B2B inventory sales. So they might be selling stock on a website just a little bit, but they're doing most of their sales B2B. They might have reps on the road, or they might have a sales channel that they've established over some years. But that said, it's more a psychographic. Where are they at in their thinking? What are they trying to achieve in the future? And they're generally hungry for knowledge. What's out there? What can they learn to do better in their business? And that's really why we want to pull the event together and get those sort of people along. We've got a raft of different sessions, from people who want to come and look at all the different technology providers, and in one day on the technology showcase stage they'll be able to just absorb 15 different technology vendors and what they have to offer. On the main conference stage there's going to be a raft of different sessions around technology, and when is the right time to move from small business software to enterprise level software, and what are the decision factors, what are the sort of technology that people need to be aware of in 2019 and beyond, as to how to make a more efficient business. We're also rolling in sessions around marketing and sales and how you grow that side of your business, succession planning and how you manage intergenerational change, as well as cybersecurity. So we've got a real raft of different topics, but it's all from feedback from the target audience. We've heard what they wanted, and we've gone and pulled together a list of experts in their field who've all been dealing, with these particular topics and things for quite some time. So what we're delivering to the exhibitor is access to people who are hungry for finding out about their business. These people, and they're out there. Through my Value Adders consulting firm, we deal with these people every day. And the reason they're coming to us is because they don't have the time to sit there and Google and find out all the different options for their business. They just want someone to prescribe an answer for them. So those people who want to really understand what's going on in the marketplace, they're going to come along. So for the technology vendors and the exhibitors, what they're going to get is they're going to get basically people who are there hungry to learn about their business. And they're going to get it in a really condensed format, where basically these people are coming in with one thing in mind, and that's to learn about their business. Really excited by some of the speakers. We've got Jerry from Which Add-on. She's going to talk about what are the sort of things you can do if you're using an SME software like a Xero or a QuickBooks Online. What are the add-ons you can get to better run a wholesale stock inventory management business, and how you make the decision between those various add-ons, because there are over 700 add-ons in the Xero marketplace. Which one do you choose? So Jerry's an absolute gun in that space. We've got the guys from Derek Turner from Key Solutions, absolute legend of the industry, been in and around ERP systems for over 30 years through his various businesses at Key and Key Solutions. They're an SAP Business One partner, an Attache partner, a MYOB advanced partner, and a GWA partner. Like, he's dealing with a whole heap of that mid-market ERP system, so he's going to bring a perspective of ERP to the event. We've got Daryl Weeks, one of my favourite presenters. I've seen Daryl present many times from Purple Thread Marketing. He's going to talk about ways to generate business without spending any money. It's getting back to the fundamentals. Funnily enough, this is a technology showcase event. Daryl's going to talk about the fundamentals that need to be in place before you really start promoting and using technology to grow your business. We've got Paul Nielsen, who's going to do a session on succession planning and intergenerational change, and actually give a different perspective to what a lot of other people are getting at the moment, where you might have these baby boomers who've built up these wholesale manufacturing businesses over many years, and now either looking to retire and exit or to hand over to their children as an intergenerational play. And Paul talks through that. Paul's been in that space for a very long time, and really interesting speaker. So yeah, look, I could go on, but we've got a raft of just really high quality content from effectively the leaders in their industry. So I'm really excited to deliver that. So we got our first event in Parramatta on May 23, Thursday, May 23. It's an all-day event, and it's going to run at the Novotel at Parramatta. Tickets are available through the website, so you can go to Apps4, the number 4, wholesalers.com, so Apps4Wholesalers.com. Also available through Eventbrite for those who understand Eventbrite. You can search for it in there, but if you go to Apps4Wholesalers.com, we've got all the information there about the speakers, a lot more speakers that I've mentioned, and yeah, the ability to buy the tickets online. Yeah, so look, we're pretty excited. Already we're seeing great feedback from this event. We're going to take it on the road. We're going to look to Melbourne in September, and then we're going to hit the other major cities and regional centres, Perth, Brisbane, Adelaide, Newcastle. Even going to take it international to Auckland and Singapore and Malaysia. We've got real strong interest from a lot of key markets. So yeah, over the next 12 months, you'll see a lot more about Apps for Wholesalers.